Hi, welcome back to Miss Candy's Land. Today's video is going to be about love. Because love is the answer to everything. I know that sounds cliche, but it really truly is. It is the strongest thing. It is all there is. Unconditional love is the answer. Okay? So if you have people in your life and you love them and you tell them you love them and they're around all the time and you love them, right? And you really believe that you love them, you should evaluate exactly what would take the love away. So you have to sit there and ask yourself, what could they do for me not to love them, right? And this doesn't mean having them in your life, because I love a lot of people from afar and I love them. I truly unconditionally love them, but I know they're not healthy to be in my space. So I don't wish any ill on them. I send them, the alchemize, transmute the hugs out to them. And I do wish nothing but wonderful things for them all the time. So you have to ask yourself, is that how you love? Or do the people that you claim to love in your life, if they were to make a mistake, or maybe you have a set of rules and they were to break them, would you take your love away? Is there anything that you could come to in your mind that would say, yeah, I wouldn't love them if they did that? If there is, it's not unconditional love. Because even those, like I said, who we can't have around us because maybe they are toxic because they don't love themselves, we still love. I still love them. I still want them to get out of their toxicity. I still pray for them. I still, think about them in a good light, right? And I guess even telling my story, that's why it doesn't hurt me anymore, because I don't blame anybody. I don't have that part of it. It's like, well, this happened. This is how it was. But at the end of the day, I really, 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 really love them. And I hope that they maybe make some better choices or some amends or whatever it is they feel like they need to do in this life to get to a point where no matter what someone would do in their life, they could still love them, right? And that means, too, you speak good on their name, even though you don't care for them. That's why in my videos, I don't use anyone's name, because I don't want to speak bad on their name. I don't want any negative energy to get toward them. If someone is already, whether they're upset or angry or have an addiction problem, I don't want any more baggage. I don't want any more negativity to come to that person. I want nothing but love and light to just swoop in and give them a higher perspective, right? Because if you're hurting others, you're just hurting yourself. And when you get locked in that cycle, it's really hard to get out of, because you have to recognize it first. And so to keep ourselves from getting in these cycles, we have to really sit down and evaluate love. How do I love? How much do I love? How far does my love go? If someone stops talking to me, but I loved them so much, do I stop loving them? Or do I start to, get in my emotions and in my head, and then, because we all do that, and we get these narratives where if somebody's not talking to us or somebody kind of just drops off and we don't know why, instead of investigating that, a lot of times we'll just start making storylines, right? And then maybe a week later, 2 weeks later, you find out, that person, car broke down, or they went out of town and they had to stay longer, or they just had some other stuff going on and they couldn't squeeze you in, right? So that's something that if you unconditionally love someone, you don't think about those things, right? You might want to check on someone for their well-being, but you don't need to talk to them every day. You don't. Everybody's free to just be, right? Because we all know that we love each other, right? So there's no proving it over and over. And that's another thing you can ask yourself. What does this person have to do to prove that they love me back? And do I only love them if they love me back? Because again, that's not unconditional love. If I'm sending out love, I'm sending out love. There are no strings attached None. If someone comes into my life and I love them, I love people that aren't in my life. I mean, because I'm now so deep rooted in that. I have a saying where I'm like, my feet are in the ground, my head is in the clouds, and my heart lights the way, right? And that doesn't mean I won't get hurt, because I will, and I do. But that's why it doesn't define me, because I'm like one of those things that you punch and it falls down and it comes back up. Hi, I'm back, right? No matter what you do. And that's how I've become that, because I've come to realize that if you are alchemizing and transmuting all of your negativity, so you are freeing yourself from that, which means you are giving forgiveness. And I'm grateful and I love unconditionally. No matter what people will say or do, even if I get mad, I'm still going to love them through and through, right? You're going to find that you're going to be a very strong, light, happy human being. But that is one of the hardest things to do, because love is so powerful. It's the hardest one to nail down and do properly, right? If your love comes with any strings attached, it's not love. Love don't live there. And so I just wanted to make a short video today and put that out there. I'm going to try to do, a couple of different emotions in a couple different videos, because I just think that it's really important that we see that emotions are not just emotions. They are part of the grid. There is a grid line for love. It starts in love and it just keeps going until it transmutes into hate, right? It's all one line, okay? And wherever you are on that line is what you're going to receive. So if you want true unconditional love, you have to be the one who's bringing it. And that's hard, and I know. But by doing that, again, it's something that's incredibly contagious, and it will improve your life 1,000%. All right? Remember, not everything's your fault. You are loved. I love you too.